Okay guys, Links of Acumen here, and today we'll be completing 100%, or what I prefer to call it, Platinum for RE3 Remake. I don't know, Platinum just sounds sexier, but anyway, let's boot up RE3 for the first time and start this journey. Now, I will like to mention, I am playing this on the Steam Deck, so if the game doesn't look the best, that's why. Sorry, unfortunately. Okay, at the game setup menu and now main menu, and we're going to play on standard at first. I don't really feel obligated to play on hardcore yet, so time to start the campaign. Okay, so it starts off with a news broadcast showing the current chaos going on in Raccoon City and a deceiving message from the Umbrella Corps. Now, we are waking up in Jill's apartment looking around for clues, then enter the bathroom and enter a nightmare state and wake up again, once again, in Jill's apartment. Now, making my way back to the bathroom again and able to walk out now, a phone is ringing and it's Brad to warn me of Nemesis.
Hello?
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...
Now, I start to get chased and dragged out throughout the whole entire building, trying to escape near death.
Okay.
I, of course, make it out and then receive my first achievement, which is First Escape. Which only 95% of the people got apparently on Steam, which you only got to play the game for 10 minutes or 5 minutes at most to even get this trophy, which 5% of people couldn't do. Weird. Also, quick rewind, that was a fantastic introduction scene to the game with Nemesis. It immediately grabbed my attention, like I was kind of blown away. But fast forward, I dish Nemesis and meet up with Brad. I follow him briefly just for him to get bit immediately. Then I dish him to where I find my first gun just so I can miss my first shot and my second shot to not do anything to the zombie. And then I'm like, I should just run and conserve ammo. Then I get a message from above, no, not God, but from the helicopter to get to the roof, possibly for an escape attempt, right?
Parking garage. Got it.
But things are never that easy. Of course, now Nemesis appears again, which triggers me to ram my El Coche into him. Somehow, that didn't bring enjoyment to him, but I know Jill Valentine rammed her El Coche into me. I would be extremely excited. Okay, sorry, I'm getting off topic, but Nemesis is still kicking and ready to finish Jill until a heroic figure appears and shoot him with a rocket launcher to save the night. His name Carlos, and that somehow triggers my next trophy, somebody to lean on.
I think we're in the clear.
You need somebody to lean on me. Then she follows him down to the subway to meet with the other UDC members. And Mikolai Victor was just then recruited by them to help get some survivors transported via subway to the evacuation point. But the subway needs to be brought back online, so now that's our current mission.
Yes. Well, we are doing all we can. If we can get this subway train moving, we can evacuate some survivors. But we need help. My men cannot do this alone.
All right. I'm in.
Now as I make it to another location, I get to my first crafting area, which now triggers another trophy, Basic Chemistry. Okay, so now I'm making it to the main city area, which is kind of like a semi-open world, but still somewhat linear area. I now got to go to the substation, but first putting this fire out is the main priorities.
That's the substation. You'll have to circle around through an alley to your right to get there.
You mean the alley that's on fire?
Maybe. Surely a tall drink of water like yourself can put out a few flames.
Fuck you.
So in return, it causes me to gladly explore the environment and hopefully scavenge for some more ammo, because I desperately really needs it. And I'll let you know something right now, there's random zombies that seem dead that consistently attacks me, and I pretty much fall for it every time, unfortunately, because I'm like, you're dead, right? And I don't need to use any ammo to test you out to make sure you're dead, but no, they get me every time. Anyway, I make it to the control station for the subway. I clear the zombie out and find the hose, and I need to put the fire out. And then I'll just, whatever, I'll just kill it again. Anyway, now that's taken care of, and I run into this crooked son of a bitch, and yeah, that's not the last time.
No, wait, please! He was infected.
He might have been infected.
Turned. There's your sense of self-preservation.
Also, I scurried back to go get my shotgun from the subway control station, because I need that pronto. Wait, zombie dogs? Okay, so I get my fourth trophy, 2-for-1 deal. Now I got to shoot these STD crawlers. Also finesse my way to turn the power on and not get affected again, which, by the way, this is kind of giving me a challenge. I stayed in this area for a bit in the beginning, and I don't know why. And on one of my deaths, I go back to the controls for supplies, and I realize the pouch is right next to it. So that kind of helps me out in the long end right there. Which I was looking back also on my footage, and I don't even know how I missed it. It was literally right there. But anyway, field trophy is clear. Get organized. Now I finally get power on and head to the traffic control system.
Enjoy that.
Of course I can't do that with Nemesis follow me.
Carlos! That thing is still alive! It's after me!
Now this little puzzle was a little fascinating, and I was like, I refused to look up a video because it was kind of kicking my ass, but I figured it out on my own throughout multiple tries.
Valid route confirmed.
Carlos, it's me. I finished inputting the subway route.
Chill, you are amazing.
And I got it. Alright, back to the subway, but first I just got to encounter one of these one-eyed zombies that are so annoying to deal with. Now Nemesis is of course back on my ass, and I just got to be a hero. But I blow his ass up with some barrels and then cause him to relinquish an item, which cost the next trophy, Nemesis down, which I totally missed this when I got it because there's another achievement tied with this one, so I was kind of pondering later on. Okay, now it's time for sewer time, and I'm not talking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but
Carlos!
not really too far off from comparison. Died multiple times due to the fact that mutant crawlers killed me. I discovered a grenade launcher, which is just as valuable as the shotgun. Alright, I get a battery pack that I need to go through certain doors. And time for another encounter with the Nemesis. Also, my gameplay capture audio and sync is kind of off slightly for this portion, so forgive me if you notice. Anyway, nice little boss fight with him on the rooftop. I enjoyed it. Wasted too much ammo in my opinion, but it's whatever. I get my next trophy, Nemesis down. Then right after that, I get another trophy, Gunsmith. And after that, I run into this weird gun store owner who points me to a key I need for the lock. And okay, another trophy is secured. Hello, Charlie. And god damn it, this son of a bitch is back again, and now with lasers and launchers. Don't matter though, due to my elite level aura and help from Carlos, we make it out.
Go! Go!
Alright, now on task with finding Nathaniel Bard due to his vaccine.
Carlos, Tyrell, you have your orders. You need to go back out into the city and find Nathaniel Bard. His vaccine research could save us all.
And this is when Nemesis comes back, fuck up some shit. Nikolai, of course, betrays me, and yeah, I get escape from the city trophy.
What are you doing?
It's not after you.
Nikolai!
Okay, back to Carlos. Okay, I killed Zombie Brad real quick, and that pops another trophy, an unfortunate end. Okay, so we're at RPD, of course. You should be familiar with this part of the map if you play RE2 Remake. And I just feel right at home making my way through the halls once again. Like, running into the same safes and the same fucking creatures. Like, honestly, it felt good. But I had to make a bomb, so I gathered these parts up.
Gotta move.
Then I get in contact with Bard, telling us his location and situation, and you guessed it, we're on our way there.
Trying to reach somebody.
Don't worry, we're gonna get you out of there. Just tell me where you are.
I'm trapped in a goddamn hospital, surrounded by every kind of abomination.
And while on the way, Carlos finds out that the train has been derailed with Jill.
Derailed? Was anyone hurt? Jill?
Then our next trophy pops, the Carlos Express. Okay, so back to Jill now, which is right after the train crash, and we're just taking out some zombies and finding some more Charlie dolls, and then of course the lunatic comes back again with a different form.
What the fuck? It's back!
Jill, what happened? Jill, come in!
Jesus, this guy's like zombie Frieza. Anyway, I have a nice little boss battle with him in a town square or town circle, and really enjoyed this segment. I was just mainly worried about running completely out of ammo. Anyway, he's defeated now.
Right, let's do this. Suck it!
And this guy's back again. Holy fuck. Anyway, another trophy pop. I don't feel so good.
You've done me a big favor, miss.
Now we're back with Carlos' gameplay due to the fact Jill is incapacitated and needs to find a vaccine for her.
I'm gonna get you the vaccine.
Now I'm just making my way through the hospital, basically killing zombies, getting bit, rinse and repeat. Nothing out of the usual until these new mini bosses pop up. Anyway, they still end up like the rest, dead.
Bard. Tyrell. Bard's dead. He's been shot.
To develop a vaccine, which we did. Now, I keep
samples of this vaccine here in my office. The rest of it is stored underground.
All right, Joe.
Now, before the vaccine take place, I got to participate in a standoff with a bunch of fucking zombies, and this little section was
Keep them off me in the
definitely
meantime.
dope. Like, I enjoyed this section. Like, it was super dope, and I get a trophy for it too as well. I need a hero.
Carlos, you all right?
Okay, now back playing as jail as we leave the hospital and head to the lab underground. Now, lab gives us a new enemy that's bald, skeletal, skinny fat, grayish crip being. Anyway, we need the elevator to work, so I gotta get these fuses and go around this maze area.
All right, here goes.
Now we got the fuses, we make our way up and run into one of our old buddies, Tyrell again, which I don't know how he bypassed that area and made it here before me since I left him in the hospital. You know what, never mind, I'm overthinking, but anyway, he becomes chopped cheese due to Nemesis. Once again, being a menace and not taking no for an answer.
No!
No! Oh!
Shit!
And I get another trophy, the Pursuer. Anyway, I gotta find another vaccine to complete, so I go around gathering those components and ending up taking some lives with me and then solving puzzles, which I'm always up to solving a puzzle.
Synthesis complete. Please remove the vaccine canister.
Okay, so get the complete vaccine, then get attacked right out there, and got to deal with Nikolai taking it without permission.
Oh, what do we have here?
Nikolai, don't! The city needs that vaccine!
More than I do.
You know, he kind of remind me of
Who's on a
Jeffrey
good show?
L. Okay, let me just stop.
Maybe I
Now I'm in another zombie boss fight with Nemesis, and it's not too bad. I like the challenge of this one. It's like an arena style fight and setting, and him also having a little minions to help him around the area. Yeah, it's pretty dope and hard. That's why I probably died a few times, but of course, you know, I eventually adapt and I best the enemy, so it's no biggie.
Come on!
Jill, get back! Now get on!
And once that battle is over with, I get another trophy, Nemesis down.
Nikolai, where did you go?
And Nikolai pops up again. Who's really the Nemesis? Oh, they both are. And Nemesis comes back again. Oh my fucking god, let's go. It's time to end this shit. And this battle was cool as well. No problem. Just push the generators in, let him go through different stages. After you shoot all his orbs per stage and just some dodging here and there and hit him with the final blast shot.
Power source. One power source.
Go ahead! You think I don't know how to fuck you up? Come on! Next time, take the fucking hit!
And now another trophy is cleared. Nemesis down. Honestly, it felt good. I was like, this could not be more therapeutic knowing I'm done with this fucker. Oh shit, I forgot about this fucker too. So now I gotta do a standoff with him.
You're not going to stop when you have the chance. It's you! Shoot him! Do it!
Carlos!
Hey, I told you I couldn't leave you in a Carlos's world. That would just be too cruel.
And I shoot him, leave him for dead, and hop in the plane and fly into a sunset with a big movie explosion for a cinematic effect. And a powerful quote to go along with, or more of a statement.
You'll never find out the truth!
I don't mind a little detective work.
I felt empty and cold as the heat from the blast washed over us. All this death wasn't caused by a monster-making virus. It was greed. Human greed.
And I get the final trophy, Survivor, for this gameplay. Also, this was a solid game. I understand it might not be the better than RE2 Remake, and definitely, sure enough, not better than the RE4 Remake, but I still enjoyed it. Now, let's clean this trophy list up. So, apparently I got 18 or 32 trophies so far, and only 14 is left. So now it's down to a decision to figure out what to take out first, and that decision is to do a collectible run on easy/assisted mode, which the collectibles will cover the jewels, safes, locks, weapons, Charlie dolls, and fouls. Also, the video guide I used was PS5 trophies. I think, yeah, PS5 trophies. He's one of my go-tos for the stuff like this. But anyway, let's get this started. Okay, so the first one I get is this Charlie doll, and of course I missed it. You gotta turn around in the subway after Carlos save you, and I'm trying to figure out who the hell would think to turn around after escaping that monstrosity. Like, who? But anyway, we move on and clean up the collectibles around the town area, and I get the Power Stone trophy in the process, which is just gathering the 3 jewels. But yeah, here's just a montage of me collecting all this stuff. And then popping Resident Evil, Master of Unlocking, Kendall's Armory, Goodbye Charlie, and Book Run. Also in the middle of that, I get Electric Slide, which I'm pretty sure I thought I was going to fail this first try, but somehow I pulled this off, and it's just get the 3 fuses within 5 minutes.
Guaranteed to give you a headache.
Lastly, for this collectible run, I get the Minimalist trophy due to the fact that this would have been the only acceptable time to not use the item box. Okay, we're starting this campaign over on hardcore, and we're going to speed run this to the best of my ability. Then I realized this is going to be harder than I expected, so I decided to head to the shop. And get a helpful item for myself. And granted, you can just buy this if you don't want to earn this in game, but I refuse to do that. I'm literally from a time where if you wanted something, you gotta earn it in the game, or I guess type in a cheat code. But this cheat code required $5 to be coming out of my wallet. Fuck no, I just earned it myself. But anyway, I needed this assault rifle, which is 28,400. I only got 26,260, so naturally up to this point, in which I would need to farm a quick 2,140 coins. And I decided to do that with the shotgun challenges, which will give me plenty of Skrilla for this exact moment. Okay, I get enough to buy it, and now I'm an unstoppable force. Alright, somehow I lost some footage, but I beat the game on hardcore and get the veteran achievement. Now it's time to go for 4 more achievements. Sprinter, I might need these later. Sensational Work, and Conqueror. But before I attempt to do that, I need the rocket launchers, which I still need money for. So I'll start the foreign challenges so I can get enough points for that. And those 2 main areas with Carlos in the hospital standoff and Jill in the beginning of the lab segment are my 2 go-to spots for farming. Okay, nightmare mode is started. Now it's time to brush through this with ease. And everything is going okay until I make it to the final boss. And I'm not going to lie, this shit was extremely hard. I'm talking Souls-like hard. Multiple failed attempts. And it wouldn't be as hard if I didn't have to dodge these attacks with precision and only have a chance of error of like 2 strikes, because there was times where I would miss 1 dodge and then I'd still be alive, but it wouldn't matter since I'd be character locked and he'd just spam a non-dodgeable overpowered move to where I'm just dead. Also, he shoots spores at you that was pretty random where they would land, which became another nuisance for me because I'm like, what the fuck? Also, sometimes my launcher would shoot and not multi-attack the area and only hit 1 spore, which was another detriment for me.
Felt that, did you? How about some more?
Oh, another thing was he also had invincibility in the beginning animation for every phase, so I couldn't prep a pre-rocket to him as soon as the spores popped up. I mean, I just couldn't win with this guy.
Felt that, did you? How about some more?
Also, when I downed him, and when he fell, him falling on you can cause damage, which was another fuck you moment. Therefore, I had to make sure I'm out the way when he completely fall down, so then I can run to the generators and push them in.
Go ahead! I'm gonna put you right back on your ass.
2 power sources.
And then on the easier levels, when you down him, you have time to do 2 generators. On this difficulty, you barely have time to do 1 generator with his recovery rate.
Power sources remaining.
And mind you, I have attack points and health points to help me as well, and this is still a big trouble. I also found some spray bottles behind me, which I didn't know was there, and that helped a lot, which will give me extra chances of life in case I did mess up. But honestly, it still didn't do nothing, because if he character locked me with miss dodge and just spam one of his unskippable moves, I was just cooked no matter what. Also, quick side note, every time I died, I had to go back to the last save point or checkpoint and then run into cutscene mode, and after that grab the gun behind me to finally trigger the main battle, which was super annoying. Like, having to watch that animation of me consistently grabbing the gun and firing a blank shot was another torture within itself.
Opening compartment.
Now we're talking.
Also, I did pretty well on timing when I was getting to the final boss. I think I had like 20 minutes to spare or 30 minutes to spare, but I had to load a save file back to reset the time I lost on this bastard, because by the time I would have beat him, it would have been over the 2-hour mark, which I still need for one of my trophies. But never mind all the odds against me. I fight, and I somehow pulled through and finally get this win on him. Oh my god, this shit was so satisfying. And I mean, a weight lifted off my shoulders satisfying.
Good riddance.
And then the very end, these trophies pop. Sprinter, I might need these later. Sensational work, and Conqueror. Okay, now time for Dominator and Jill Valentine. Honestly, just speedrunning shit and then back to the final boss. And real quick, there was something I learned from the fight last time. If I grab a hold of the handle of the generator, I prompt him to do a sweeping animation, which I can use for my advantage. Okay, cutscene, and credits, and the trophies pop. I get the full 100%, and honestly, I feel great. And then I realized I had other stuff in the shop that's still not unlocked, so I decided to finish that up as well before I'm fully done with this game. For instance, one of them was the Forget About Him, where in the beginning I had to listen to this guy whole dialogue and let him stay in the trailer for me to get.
This place isn't here!
Sir, what's your name? I can't just
Dario Rosso. And yeah, right. You just want to steal my safe house. Get your own, Missy.
Missy? Would you please calm down? I'm a police officer. I'm here to help.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you've been doing a bang-up job. Go handcuff yourself to one of those freaks.
Sir, this is your last chance. No one else is coming for you.
I'm not going anywhere. I'd rather starve to death in here than be eaten by one of those undead monsters. Now leave me alone!
Or get all the attachments for the weapons, which I could have sworn I should have been got this, and I thought it was glitched, but apparently it was a drop from Nemesis that I had to get, but it was a random drop from a random situation, and he'll drop a briefcase that was just RNG, and yeah, it took me a while for it to pop. That was like literally the last one for me to get. But anyway, I got it. Luckily enough, I lost the footage of that though, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm done completely with the game. Also, before I go, I am doing a drawing video for RE3 Remake. That will also be on my channel in the future. And yeah, I want to just say thank y'all for watching, for clicking on the video and watching all the way to the end. And yeah, my name's Linksa Ackerman, Bounded by Chains, Linked Through Passion. And hopefully y'all have a good day. Thank you. I felt empty and cold as the heat from the blast washed over us. All this death wasn't caused by a monster-making virus. It was greed. Human greed. I decided then and there, the ashes of Raccoon City would be Umbrella's ashes too. I would end them, once and for all.